Well, there's nothing I love more than catching limits of redfish and trout down in South Louisiana, but made a trip out to Florida with the family and decided to bring the kayak along and see if I could apply some of the same luck. Anyhow, it's a beautiful area, of course. I know many people vacation down there, but still haven't figured out that Florida fishing. I did a ton of exploring, and in this video I'll show you 3 different places that I launched the kayak and got into some brackish and some fresh water. So here you go. I hope you enjoy the video. So the first launch site was Live Oak Landing to the north end of the Choctawatchee Bay. Just a beautiful area with unlimited canals running out through there. Fresh water leading into brackish water leading into salt water right out into the bay. Hope you enjoy this little brief video. All right, we got something good. Man, I've had a couple of bites out here. Tried to turn the camera on and lost one of them. But this one hit it pretty good. I'm using the mirror lure and 12-pound monofilament, so this feels exceptional. A lot of stretch. At this point I'm thinking about going into catfish farming for a second career. Just can't seem to escape these things. Catfish, jeez, I can't escape catfish even out here in Florida. Well, let's hope it gets better than this. What a bummer. Beautiful water, but catfish, no good. All right, little bass. So I'm hitting on top. Nice. A lot better than a catfish, but I wish it was a redfish. Nice little bass, schooling on top of the water. Just when I thought it was going to be only catfish, I finally found a few little bass. They were schooling on top of the water. That was quite cool. And I actually ended up with a couple of trout as well before some big storms came.
There we go.
A trout. Unbelievable. You can see that I cover a lot of water. It's a beautiful area up in there. You can see the bayous and canals on the right and the bay there right in the center. Unfortunately, some storms came through and I was forced to get off the water a little early, but not a bad day despite not catching a ton of fish. This pic will give you an idea of the location relative to the ocean and the beach. Not very far, just head north a little bit across the bridge. Live Oak Landing, beautiful area. Bayous running out everywhere. You can go left, you can go right, around that corner you can go left. I went way out there to the right, all the way to the bay. The second area was a little southwest on the Choctawatchee Bay. Bay Circle Drive boat ramp, and there's also East Hewitt Road boat ramp. Beautiful little spots, free launch just right at the end of the road there to get into the Choctawatchee Bay. This is near HogTown Bayou. You can see it's quite beautiful in there, some small little canals. Mostly brackish and salt water in that area, and you can venture again deep into some small little canals as I did, but you could also fish out in the bay. The water is pretty clean out there and pretty shallow as well. I think at times there's probably a lot of trout. Way back in a canal, it's called Hewitt Canal off the bay. It's just absolutely beautiful back here. Huge pine trees, all kind of marsh grass, and just a tiny little canal. You would think there would be fish, and you would also think there would be alligators, but I haven't really seen much of either. I did just catch one little bass, and I had a redfish chase my lure to the boat, but it didn't really go after it. So this is a big part of why I love fishing, especially in a kayak. There's no boat that's getting back here. Even though this little cut right here is 3.5 feet deep. It's almost as deep as it is wide. Look at this, just endless beauty. There's some really nice forest back in there. You would think these little cuts like this would have fish. I sure could do this for a long while. maybe it'd be too good if there were tons of fish back in here. Almost all of the land in that Santa Rosa beach area between the ocean and the bay is Point Washington National Forest. You can see a lot of nature there, and I'm about to come upon some beautiful ospreys and a lot more good exploring. Pretty sure we have an osprey up there. Just singing a bit. I've seen about 3 nests. I'll try to take some pictures of the nests on the way out of here. Look a lot like eagles, a little smaller I guess, but they certainly catch some fish. Coming up on another osprey nest. This one looks like it's on an artificial pole right at the point of this canal here, the mouth of the canal that goes out into the bay. You can see the osprey sitting up on top, singing away. Must have some babies in there. In fact, I think I can hear the babies as well. Pretty cool. Try not to disturb it. Take a few more pics. Well, this one was definitely sitting on a nest of babies. It was keeping a very close eye on me and on its nest. I didn't bother it too much, but these are some really cool pics. It was checking me out closely. After this, I headed back into another small little bayou and finally found a couple little redfish back in there. So one thing about fishing, even when the fish let you down a little, that nature never does. So fortunate to see such beautiful areas. Quite fun. And then some family time at the beach. Here we go. We got Debbie and Mike doubled up on the paddleboard out there.
Hammies.
Very impressive. Very, very impressive. Yep.
He's struggling with that oar.
They're not making too much headway out into the ocean, but man, they were dancing on that thing for a second.
They're both on it.
Yeah.
They win.
Oh, he's gonna stand.
No, don't do it. You have a good thing going. Let it.
This is tremendous. What do you say, Em?
What?
Debbie's the best. We should call her.
Let's call her.
At 2 in the morning. All right, let's.
She would wake up too.
I hope they make it back safely. So that was a funny little clip. My older sister Debbie and brother-in-law Mike headed out into the ocean on the paddleboard. We thought they might never return. And that led me into cooking up a nice trout dinner for the family. It was such a good deal to be able to share that with the family, and they certainly enjoyed it. And there's H and Madonna. They were just about to celebrate their 60th wedding anniversary. Wow, showing us how to do it out there on the beach. Good stuff. Well, enough with the making out on the beach. It was time for day 3 and my final kayaking trip. This was out at Grayton Beach State Park. Just a fantastic area again. Alrighty, we have launched from right back there off of Hotz Avenue. Nice little launch spot. Got a couple of paddleboarders out there. And this is Oyster Lake, part of Grayton Beach. Beautiful, beautiful area. It goes back here ways to the 30A road and the bridge. And then there's a second big lake that connects down through the sand dunes. Wish you could see those better. Zoom in a little. There's some sand dunes right down there near the ocean. And you cut through there, just a little cut, and it goes into a big lake further to the west. Fantastic. It's one of those coastal dune lakes with tannic water. Can't tell from the video, but you would really think there would be fish in here. At Grayton Beach State Park and the entire little Grayton Beach Village area is such a throwback. Very, very cool. You can see these nice signs pointing you in a million different directions, but it has definitely become my favorite thing about trips to Florida. These coastal dune lakes, they're very rare. Only down in Florida, some in South Africa, and I think Australia has a few. These are little tannic or brackish water lakes that get cut off from the ocean. So enjoyable. Beautiful little sand dunes. And this little coastal lake cuts right through them. You can see how close I am to the ocean. That's the ocean right there. They've already got the flags up today. It's going to be a rough day with that storm coming in. But snuck out here early and I'm trying to catch some little redfish. Those coastal dune lakes are so intriguing to me. I actually had to do a little filming with my iPhone camera as well. Alright, doesn't get too much better than this. Little coastal lake, western lake at Grayton Beach. You can hear the beautiful red-winged blackbirds just singing. The water is actually 6 feet deep. Right here there's a deep cut. Man, oh man, beautiful sand dune. It's like being in miniature sand mountains. There's our red-winged blackbird sitting right up there. Bunch of them. Love it. Oh. Well, despite limited action from the fish, it was still an incredible fishing day and such a nice place. I was really happy to share this location and some info with some fellow paddleboarders and kayakers. Ended up meeting several nice people out there. You'll see some of the interaction ahead. Y'all ever been through here?
No.
It's worth your time.
It's worth our time?
Yeah, there's a little bridge and then it cuts through some sand dunes. They're almost like in little cliffs.
Really?
Tiny little cut and then it goes into another big lake. It's so beautiful. And then actually by the lake, by the bridge, the water gets 20 feet deep.
Really?
There's some big holes. Yeah, I'm charting it with my graph.
You got time, Tristan? Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, you won't be disappointed.
Thanks for letting us know.
Yeah.
Thanks. No, it's got a nice rig there.
Thank you. I'm gonna
You
eventually.
caught any yet?
I caught some little baby redfish. I use this tiny little. It's like a brim lure.
Yeah.
And I catch little redfish, but I'm trying to get bigger ones. But they're in here. They're not in here all the time, I don't think. But
You're all set up. You have every toy on that thing.
yeah, I've actually got you on film right now. So
man.
I do some YouTube videos.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
You know the saying pent up anger? Someone has pent up anger. I'm the pent up angler.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Check you out.
If you check it out, I might even make a video today. I haven't caught enough really to make a video, but it's beautiful, you know.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So
Well, I appreciate it.
pent up angler. My name's Mark.
Hey, Mark, I'm Joe.
Joe,
Tristan.
nice to meet you guys.
Thanks for the advice.
Yeah, you'll love it up there. It's about, I'd say about maybe a quarter mile, just winds around. You're right there. Yep.
Scouting our place. Oh man. Oh yeah. That's what we were saying. Man, this is such a treat.
It's unbelievable.
Thank you. We would not have been back here. We really appreciate it.
Oh man, I'm glad to
It's
tell
a
you.
gem out here. Holy
Yeah.
moly.
I'm always charting because I'm looking for fishing spots, so I do a lot of Google earthing.
Yeah.
And this is my second time back here. It's fantastic.
So are you local?
No, I live in Louisiana.
Okay.
Yeah, I do a lot of swamp fishing, and then down at the Gulf I catch a lot of trout and redfish.
Nice.
So the channel's decent that I have on YouTube, especially if you like swamps and stuff. I've got alligators and brim fishing and stuff like that.
We'll check it out.
Okay. One of these days I'm going to camp here at Grayton Beach.
Yeah,
but
we were saying, it's like, man, the properties around here, even the campsites are really nice.
really nice. There's Henderson Beach State Park, which is down the road a bit, but man, I think you got to book these things like over a year in advance. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you went, how far you went, but you can go to the ocean. It cuts.
can.
It cuts into the ocean. Yeah.
Nice.
So if you have time on another paddle, you just go left.
We knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
No, seriously, thank you though.
You're welcome.
This was awesome.
You're welcome. Y'all have fun, man.
Yeah,
Alright.
thank you so much.
Enjoy it.
Look at me now.
Yeah, you got it figured out now.
Fish.
Well trained. This was a cool little family, mom and about 4 little kids sharing paddleboards and kayaks. Nice to talk to them.
This is delightful.
Have you been out there before?
Yes.
It'll take you all the way to the ocean, yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm just worried how we're gonna get back.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a workout.
I have a feeling Mama's back on.
Oh yeah. Some little baby redfish. How's that paddle? It's fun, huh? Always nice to meet people out there, especially in a new area. Those coastal dune lakes are perfect for that because of their proximity to the ocean. Lots of paddleboarders and kayakers and people that live along these lakes. Here you can see some information that they post along the bike path. All of the little coastal dune lakes have different names, and there's some information on the Grayton Beach village as well. There's more lakes than this along the way. One of my favorites is Oyster Lake. It's easily accessible by bike, riding right down 30A, the highway that runs along the beach there in Santa Rosa. So if you're ever in that area, these are some great options to get into those coastal dune lakes. A couple of different launch sites there in the previous information, and then also fishing that Choctawatchee Bay was quite nice. Eventually I'm going to load up on some fish down there. It didn't happen on this trip, but no complaints. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's quite a bit long, but just a new area and some neat new spots to maybe launch if you're ever out there camping or on vacation. After missing these family trips for many years, it's always so nice now to be with the family out there and enjoy such a great week together. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video.